Okay, hello YouTube. I've just returned from picking up this toolbox. Woody, whose nuts I've been parting for the last week or two, told me he was out at some sales this weekend and picked up this box and wanted me to have it. Said there was some neat stuff in it. When I first saw it, I haven't opened it up yet. I picked it up in a dark parking lot, put it in the back of my truck, and just carried it in and put it on the bench. So let's take a look. At first I thought it was a sewing machine or a typewriter. So we have that old time key. I think that puts it back in the 50s or so. There's a little number tag, a brass 569. That kind of leads me to think that it's a proprietary item. Some kind of, just one tool. A leather handle, and I guess this is probably not leather. There is that a screw or a key? It looks like almost like a key slot, but there's nothing there really. Let's look into it. Let's get something here from R&R in the shop and see if we can't probe into this. Let's see if this is it doesn't appear to go all the way across. Maybe it releases something that's in the lid. Let's see if there's something on the other side. There doesn't seem to be anything on the other side here. This is kind of material that an amplifier, as my knowledge base puts it, an old amplifier would be, the cabinet would be wrapped in. So, it is locked, so we're going to have to pry that open. So, I'm going to mount you up here. And see what we find in here. I've been using that scribe for 3-4 months, and possibly longer of using it. And the point is still dangerously sharp. So it doesn't look like that's engaging a great amount. Well, this might just pry out. Yeah, it's just tight to the bottom there. Okay. So we have this is an old machinist box. Okay, here's drawer number 1. First thing I'm going to dig out of there is a Brown & Sharp ratcheting thimble. Just looks like it just needs a little polishing up. A little derusting. We'll have to do a test on that. And very nice. Okay. Now we have a 2-inch This is a Starrett, the Starrett Company. And it also has the ratcheting. So I'm going to have to look into the best way to get that rust off without doing any damage. I certainly don't want to soak it in evaporust. So there's a Starrett micrometer. Got some dividers here, or not sure what you call that. I believe those Starrett. The LS Starrett Company. Yep, that's it. Another little dividers here. This is also Starrett. There's a little tap wrench. Someone has his name engraved in that. Thus far, I don't see any maker on there. Here's a larger one, and I believe it's the same make, based on this square channel, the way this channel squares at the top. This seems to be made, and here's a name. GTD. There's kind of a big M with a GTD inside of it. Don't know who that is. And these are some inside dividers, I guess. We call that the Starrett. And this looks like B&S manufacturing. Could that be Brown and Sharp? It might not be B&S. Let me get my optimizers on here. What was I looking at? I think it is B&S. It's Providence. Let's see if, yeah, it's Brown and Sharp. Providence. There's a nice long, this is Lumpkin. And Starrett. Starrett. This one's interesting. Starrett. It's tubular, round, as opposed, to the square and rectangle. Okay. We have a little brush. We have a little leather holder, little pouch. That's not a fuse, that's a turns a light socket to a electrical outlet. Got some corks. Got another one of these little leather pouches, the metal frame around it. We got a key. I don't believe that'll fit this cabinet. We'll see. There's a name on it. I think it just says 160. A dime roller, a spoon, a little piece of chain, smaller than normal. Some cigarette papers, gummed. Let's see what we have here. A little stained, a little stuck. It's a Noki baton card. Age limitation schedule. Not sure what that's about. It is dated 1943, July 1, 1943. And here's a little number 4 of the blank of folders on taps and tapping. Pocket Guide to Better Tapping, Springfield, Ohio, Columbus 15, Ohio. I wonder what Columbus 15 means. Ooh, this is Greenfield. That's that's the symbol that was on one of these items here. Let's describe the mountain, the big M with the GTD. So there's Greenfield, Springfield, Ohio. And machine screw sizes, fractional sizes, tap drill sizes, percent of thread chart. Greenfield Tap and Die Corporation, Greenfield, Massachusetts. Tapping speeds and lubricants, decimal equivalents. Columbus 15, Ohio. Springfield, Ohio. So the Ross Willoughby Company is obviously selling Greenfield products. Now, Columbus, Ohio 15, Columbus 15, that's before zip codes. They used to zone the mail. So maybe that's Columbus Zone 15. Okay, here's looks like something out of a receipt book. This is Oral Bates, $5 donation, 1954, January 5th. And here's some Prince Albert long burning pipe and cigarette tobacco. Imagine this is cigarette paper, not gummed. That's nice. Okay, this is big. If I can get it out without damaging it. It's probably the world's oldest stick of juicy fruit. You know, I can use that wrapper to wrap a fuse if I blow a fuse again. Wrigley's brand of chewing gum. Juicy fruit. Juicy fruit. What movie's that from? Juicy fruit. The first lines the man had in the movie. Couple keys. Nothing. Okay. That's the first drawer. You can actually see into the second drawer. Okay, here comes drawer number 2. I don't want to make this video too long. We're at 16 minutes now. I think people will stick around for a toolbox video. Okay, you gonna come out of there? Yes. Okay. Okay, a lot of taps. Let's go through this just quickly. Anything I find. Here's something a little unusual. HB Med, the Whale Company, WHLE, made in Chicago. Uh-oh. Oh. They are, not sure what that is. I'll put it back in there. But these are, fountain pen tips. Okay, and there's sorry. And then there's this little